Hello, welcome to the Fiberglass Reinforced Plastics YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in with us for Why Employ FRPI 8310 Inspectors. The 60-second answer to this question is that employing properly qualified inspectors for condition assessment of above-ground chemical storage tanks is required by federal and many state laws. Regardless of the laws, though, it just makes good sense to engage people in fiberglass tank inspection that are appropriately qualified for minimum expertise under a bona fide comprehensive industry best practice. Having well-qualified inspectors to turn to takes some mystery out of quickly determining who is unqualified, good, better, or best when selecting an inspector to determine if a chemical storage tank is fit for continued service and when it should be inspected next. It positions recognizably qualified inspectors and their employers to more accurately predict failure incidences, help tank owners avoid hardship, and make better business decisions. FRPI SP8310 is an effective benchmark for minimum inspector expertise. It's a long overdue response to industry needs. The following informative story elaborates on benefits stemming from employing certified inspectors to address inspection laws, validate company leadership, improve inspection results, and capture business opportunities. Address inspection laws. Since the mid to late 1990s, tank owners have been required by federal and state law to prevent, prepare for, and respond to oil and chemical-related disasters. These laws essentially say that regulated tanks shall be inspected by an officially trained, experienced, exam-qualified, and well-documented individual, utilizing a written inspection and test plan procedure on a prescribed schedule, following a nationally recognized good engineering practice facilitated by an industry organization. Employing FRPI 8310 inspectors addresses these requirements at law. Here's a summary of federal and state examples of regulations at law, plus a way to learn more. Federal regulations include Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, 40 CFR Part 112 Oil Pollution Prevention, 40 CFR 68 Risk Management Program, and 40 CFR 151 covering the pending hazardous substance rule pertaining to above-ground chemical storage tanks. Also included is the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, Regulation 29 CFR 1910-119, Process Safety Management of Highly Hazardous Chemicals. State examples include the Massachusetts Fire Marshal 502 CMR 5.00, New York DEC Title VI, Chapter 5, Subchapter E, Part 598, New Jersey DEP Title VII, Chapter 1E, and Pennsylvania DEP Title 25, Chapter 245. These laws include inspection of tanks ranging in size from 185 gallons to over 10,000 gallons in capacity. There are over 20 states in the United States with above-ground storage tank regulations at law that are like these examples. To learn more about inspection laws, watch the YouTube What is FRPI 8310 Inspector Qualification About for a summary. This story is presented in the Response to Industry Needs Evolving Inspection Laws section. Also research the laws on EPA and OSHA websites for the entire story. Validate company leadership. Most, if not all, employers voluntarily claim their FRP tank inspectors perform high-quality work. Think about it for a second. Who would claim to clients, insurance companies, or regulators that their work is anything less? Consequently, the high-quality claim is overused in industry and essentially has little meaning itself. This leaves a lot to the imagination of those learning about and wondering what the value offered by inspectors really is. Employing FRPI 8310 inspectors exemplifies providing a cutting-edge, state-of-the-art inspection best practice, which quantifies what claims of high quality specifically amount to, and validates company leadership as a result. Value behind this validation includes the standard of excellence, minimum requirements, third-party vetting, ongoing credentialing, and, by virtue of this value offered, being a part of an elite group. Let's take a quick look at what these values amount to. The standard of excellence is set by the FRPI Above-Ground Storage Tank Inspector Certification and Licensing Manual. It defines the basis for what high quality means through providing valuable guidance for inspection purpose, expertise, methods, technology, and administration. Minimum requirements establish expectations for inspector qualifications, scope of inspection, decision criteria, and reporting. Where qualifications are defined by a body of knowledge, personal education and experience at different levels, type of employment, plus a certification exam. Third-party vetting by an industry organization provides impartial second opinions of employer claims made about inspector expertise, where this opinion is based on auditing credentials and checking references for FRPI 8310 inspector candidates following a standard practice. Additionally, FRPI courses are RCEP compliant. Plus, FRPI is pursuing a USPTO registered certification mark and ANSI accreditation for SP 8310. Ongoing credentialing helps assure value is upheld year after year, following an initial credentialing with a badge issued and license signed. Assurance comprises annual license renewal with employment check if the inspector is in good standing, a 3-year certification renewal cycle including current knowledge base, experience, and continuing education checks, plus 6-year cycle adding a body of knowledge check by exam. Being associated with an elite group can only add value through demonstrated qualifications, a defined minimum scope of work, and predictable performance. Scope includes an inspection and test plan, decision criteria, plus report writing. Where predictability stems from following a required industry inspection protocol, ethics commitment, and obligations when applying the FRPI Mark of Excellence. FRPI 8310 inspectors have unparalleled recognition, as SP 8310 inspector certification far exceeds any FRP precedents previously set without question, and there are no or equal practices. Improved inspection results. Not considering consequential damages, it's estimated that FRP above-ground storage tank premature failure costs industry over $107 million per year. FRP is a complicated material of construction, and all too often not given the respect it deserves by specifying engineers, plus job shop manufacturing operations. While FRP has earned great respect and a position as the material of choice for numerous chemical applications, its performance is less predictable and state more difficult to assess than mass-produced, homogeneous, standard grades of materials, such as steel and thermoplastics. These circumstances place a large importance factor on FRP tank inspector expertise and bona fide qualifications. Employing FRPI 8310 inspectors gets improved inspection results for asset management, given decision criteria that leads to incident prevention and hardship avoidance. The following short story pulls these elements together and puts a price tag on the value achieved. Asset management is defined here by the Environmental Protection Agency as a 10-step process. This process illustrates just how vulnerable tank facility owners are to the quality of work their tank inspectors perform at Step 2, assess performance in failure modes, plus Step 3, determine residual life. Poor decisions made at Step 2 and 3 have a remarkably huge effect on the following Steps 4 through 10, where cost management, level of service, business risk, investment needs, funding requirements, and planning are largely impacted. Decision criteria used to detect, predict, assess risk of, and prevent failure is critical for quality inspection work. The FRPI Above-Ground Storage Tank Inspector Certification and Licensing Manual houses the standard practices that provide minimum guidance for practice decisions in these areas. Key inspection practices include laminate identification, like the chop hoop filament mount tanks shown here, original equipment imperfections benchmarking, like the blisters and gaseous bubbles shown, and laminate degradation, like the veil erosion shown, plus integrity and leak testing, like is evidenced by the leaks and spills shown. Other methods include providing a means for arriving at decisions such as remaining useful life, suitability for service, and next inspection interval. Incident prevention is the underlying objective for certifying and licensing inspectors in accordance with the FRPI Standard Practice 8310. Avoiding events such as flange leakage, bottom leakage, shell buckling that can lead to a split and spill, plus a full bottom separation and resulting spill, is essential to sound asset management practices. Improved inspection results can help prevent these incidents. Hardship avoidance is also of keen importance for more catastrophic events, such as premature failure of multiple tanks with integrity issues in the first few years of service. Here are 2 sodium hypochlorite storage facilities, the first with 5 31,000-gallon tanks, and the second with 13 20,000-gallon tanks. All tanks had to be replaced due to excessive laminate degradation and leaking. Where the 5 were replaced at a cost of $825,000, and 13 at $1,380,000 for fiberglass only. These were unplanned capital investments. Costs associated with consequential damages for such incidents have included product loss and cleanup, related infrastructure replacement, diminished level of service, lost sales and income, environmental damage, injury and loss of life, harm to reputation and goodwill, plus fines, penalties, and lawsuits. Improved inspection results can help avoid these risks and costs. Capture business opportunities. Whether an employer of inspectors is an owner end user, inspection and testing company, manufacturer, insurance provider, or regulator, employing FRPI 8310 inspectors satisfies needs and opens up doors to a lot of business opportunities that can be captured by the savvy entrepreneurial types. Opportunities fall into many categories. They include, but are certainly not limited to, workforce development, commercial gain, facility risk mitigation and operations control, leveraging public relations, plus return on investment. Now we'll run through a quick overview of opportunities under each of these categories, so the obviously good ones can be noted quickly. Then we'll show how to take action, since capturing them simply makes good business sense. Workforce development opportunities available for inspectors includes endorsed expertise level, higher education, employee advancement, cross-training, plus succession planning. Commercial gain can be realized through capabilities differentiation, competitive advantage via certified expertise level and limited opposition, increased or justified billing rates, existing market share growth, plus new market penetration. Facility risk mitigation has the potential of being a very big opportunity for owner end users, insurance providers, and regulators. Having third-party vetted inspector qualifications to turn to takes the mystery out of assuming capability, having an incapable inspector on site, and misrepresentation of expertise. The right qualifications can also lead to a reduction in inspector report inadequacies, such as errors and omissions, unnecessary repair, unjustified replacement, operation shutdown, plus short inspection intervals driving a higher life cycle cost of inspection. Surprise tank failure may also be averted, which would minimize the threat of safety and environmental incidences, insurance and legal entanglements, plus corrective action costs. On the flip side, inspection and testing companies plus manufacturers can tout minimizing these risks for their clients. Facility operations control is another very big opportunity for owner-end users who employ their own FRPI 8310 inspectors. It enables them to minimize outsourcing, realize more inspection schedule flexibility, do strategic report writing, better manage asset investment, reduce cost, protect trade secrets, plus get a better handle on risk management. Owner-end users can also achieve more operations control through strategically utilizing contract FRPI 8310 inspectors to support their small facilities with few tanks, bring in unique capabilities, obtain more optimal cost and value, improve inspector availability for emergency and large shutdown work, obtain a second opinion, plus supplement risk management efforts. Leveraging public relations can strengthen company image, minimize risk exposure, augment marketing efforts, increase company visibility, and build more relationships. Image can be strengthened in the areas of corporate and social responsibility, subject matter authority, industry leadership, community impressions, plus reputation. Risk can be minimized for negative publicity, crisis management, and other damage control. Return on investment resulting from employing an FRPI 8310 inspector has a very reasonable probability of occurring within less than a 1-year payback period, especially for early adopters taking advantage of market billing rates with as much as a 2.4 multiplier from low to high. ROI variables include number of tanks, asset management cost, cost of compliance with law, inspection results and efficiency, billing rates, base, new, and lost business, failure incident probability, plus inspection intervals and time. Besides the billing rate scenario, potential successes may stem from workforce development, other commercial gain, facility risk mitigation, and operations control, plus leveraging public relations. Take action now. Learn more about the FRPI 8310 Inspector Program. Watch these YouTube mini-on-demand webinars titled, What is FRPI 8310 Inspector Qualification About? And How to Become an FRPI 8310 Inspector. Ready to get started with further exploring and using the program? Purchase the Inspector Manual containing the certification practice and materials technology now. Then, receive the Inspector Packet, which includes credentials and exam seat applications, license agreements, a fee schedule, plus the checklist showing steps for becoming an FRPI 8310 inspector. There you have it. That's the many reasons why you should employ FRPI 8310 inspectors. Thank you again for your interest in tuning in with us. We hope to see you enjoying the immediate rewards that this program has to offer soon.